It's Madden NFL 23, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC South rivals. It's the Buccaneers and the Dirty Birds, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Atlanta. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the rookie third-rounder who's from Louisville and then played his college ball up the road on I-71 in Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. White going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 2nd and goal, Brady, the quick slant caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. White Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll go with a big back Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them, I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And complete to Drake London. Finding room at midfield. 30. 10. 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'm warned against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White A 12-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point try now for Suckup. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Black swap, opposite, green, switch, yellow, check, pink.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Play action. Now it's Brady.
Completes it again to Gage.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's Brady. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And Brady will sneak it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Succop. And the rout is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And here now come the Falcons. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Back to throw here. And he'll just get rid of it.
That's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. first down. Brady. And this is caught by Evans. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
Goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Falcons! Demir Bird, 72 yards. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done, and it'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady gives this to White. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake. Brady. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady over the middle. He finds Godwin complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now left side on the swing pass. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over you as you're not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offense. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the third quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. It definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
Second and 6. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's third and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown! Demir Bird, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to get in for 6. Now Youngway Koo for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. If Throwing the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brady going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Underneath, he's got Brady, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Holding offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Brady. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now Brady again.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver right between him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Falcons ready to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty ready.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They run the draw play. This is White. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Williams on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Atlanta. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took it beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's got it down to the 28.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darren Hall. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again, maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Here we go. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Into the hands of London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on
on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll set up a throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And break, the tight end's got it. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.